We are going to be talking about why you are struggling to stand out online, to have your message stand out online in the ever crowded space, and what you can do about it to change it. So, hello, online bosses. So, if you don't know me, I am Tanya Kabuya, popularly known online as Tanya La Patron. I am a business coach and marketing strategist. If this is the first time you're seeing my face in this group, I haven't been doing much live, in the group. And I'm the host of this community, and I'm a business coach, and I help and work with coaches, people of influence, authors, speakers to attract high paying clients and leverage their knowledge to create businesses and, of course, create premium offers. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, we're going to be starting with why we are here. And this is a segment of expert talk. So these are going to be in the community. Check the guide section. If you're watching it on replay, check the guide section and you'll find all past speakers or new ones. It will always be in that guide. So we are going to be talking about why you are struggling to stand out online, to have your message stand out online in the ever crowded space, and what you can do about it to change it. So let's get into it. So I made some notes so I don't ramble and we keep it short, tidy, and sweet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons. I'm going to fly through these reasons as to why you're struggling and what could be the issue and what you could tweak. So the first reason as to why you are struggling online to stand out, to have your marketing message stand out, is that you are focusing on the competition instead of focusing on the customers. And I know that I made that mistake as well. You get online and you're looking at what everybody is doing, like, oh my gosh, this person is doing this, I need to be doing this. This person said this, I need to be doing this. You want to focus on your consumers, your prospects, and stop focusing so much on the competition. There's no competition. You're in competition with the previous version of yourself and nobody else. So one of the things you want to do is focus on who you are on these platforms to serve. That's literally the only thing you want to focus on. Who are you on the platform to serve, and what can you say that will get them to speak to you? Forget about the competition. You know, one of the things that you will notice that why a lot of people are successful, a lot of the people that you find successful online in the world, one of the things that they have in common is that they forgot about who was there before them, who's coming after them. They're completely focused on what they were doing for the market. And that's something that you want to do. You want to stop focusing so much on the competition, on who's offering the same thing as you, who's offering it cheaper than you. Forget all that ish. Forget it. Focus on the consumer, have a customer-centric approach, and focus on what you can do and bettering what you can do. That's eventually what's going to get you to stand out. So if the next thing is, we kind of like hinted on it, is the customers. You want to understand what your customers and prospects want and what they need. If you are you've got clients, mini course in the emails, you would have noted that today that was one of like the crux of day 4, where we talked about focusing on speaking your customer's language. So essentially, you want to start speaking the consumer's language and less of what you think they want to hear, because you want to say what they want you to hear. I'm not saying to be inauthentic. I'm just saying that translate what you gotta say in a manner that will identify with them. So one of the things I kind of want to touch on is that you have to understand the customers doesn't care about you. The prospect doesn't care about how many awards you have. They don't care that you are a renowned so and so and so. They don't give a ish. Seriously, they don't. They they don't even care about, oh, this is my methodology. That don't do nothing for them. I could tell you, yo, my methodology is the APK method. But you'll be like in your head, like, so what? So you created the APK method, so what's the issue with that? Whereas if I say my methodology to help you get clients, attract high-paying clients, is that we anchor your message in understanding your prospects and customers' mind and behavior so that we can propel your marketing message and brand to attract high-paying clients, essentially, and curing your lead generation problem and generating higher revenue months. Now, I've just translated my APK method in a language that my prospects and my clients want. So essentially, that's something that you want to do. You want to understand the customers and the prospects and what they want, and that is what will help you stand out online. Third is you don't share your beliefs, your convictions, and your values. And I remember when I got online, when I started out online, if you know my story, you will know that I said that I was hiding in plain sight. I was part of the Me Too marketing movement that is happening everywhere. And I didn't want to share what I thought, what I believed, what were my convictions, because I felt that, okay, everybody's moving this way. This is how I have to move. Whereas if you want to stand out online, you actually have to do the opposite. You don't have to move the way everybody's moving. You have permission to move differently. So something I kind of wanted to highlight when it came to this particular point is that as humans, as a species, we are designed to essentially move in a herd. This is why for the longest time, we live in cities, we live in communities, we live in villages. People will come together and will form a community that will work towards a similar goal. Essentially, that's how we are designed, that's genetically encoded in us. But there's something that you also have to notice. Most of the people that will come together to live in a community would usually appoint a leader. So you want to be the leader and you don't want to be the follower. And because we are engineered to be part of the herd movement, a lot of times we don't want to be the odd one out. We don't want to be the one that stands out. We don't want to be the one that has a different view to everybody, because then everybody's attention will be on us. And often then if everybody's talking left or walking left or talking in a particular manner, we all copy the same thing. I don't know what's wrong with this class. We all copy the same thing. So essentially, what you want to do to stand out online is you want to introspect and figure out, are you currently copying other people? Are you letting your essence come out and actually show up in what you say so that people can understand what are your values? Are you sharing? Are you staking your stake, like putting your stake down on the ground and saying, okay, this is what I believe in. These are my values. These are my convictions. This is what I think should be the case. Or are you doing what everybody else is doing? Because if you are trying to do what everybody else is doing, because that is what you see in the market, that is why you are struggling to stand out. I think we've covered that as much as we can. Let's move on. The next one, I touched on it even in You've Got Clients in day 2, which is your purpose and vision. One of the things that will drive your business growth, that will drive your marketing message, that will drive your brand is your purpose and your vision. If you have not honed in on what you are here on earth for, what you ought to do, then, baby, your brand, your message will be diluted. What essentially fuels a message, that what essentially fuels a brand is a purpose, is a vision. The minute we have that, we can truly show up as a leader. So if you haven't owned in on that, that could be why you are struggling to stand out. Now, you want to ask yourself, kind of like a little bit of fact check for yourself. Why did I create this business? Did I create this business because I felt called to? I felt that this was my mission and I have a mission to do A, B, C, D. Or did you create a business because you're like, oh man, I just want to dabble in this. It's a way to make extra money and I'll do that. Because then if it's not an inner call, it's not a conviction, it is not a vision that you have for your life, you will struggle to stand out because your vision does not fuel your message. And if your vision does not fuel your message, your essence, the essence of who you are, cannot show up in your message. So it is diluted and it is bland. So it's kind of like food with no salt. So the vision and purpose is the salt to your business. Let's go on to the next. We kind of already touched on this, but I'll go over that again. It's your marketing message is not clear. There's no clarity around who you're speaking to. There's no clarity around who you are for. There's no clarity around what you are here to do. So your marketing message is it's intertwined. It's intertwined between your purpose, your vision, your conviction, and the gap in the market. That's literally what will make your marketing message. That's like the components of your marketing message, essentially. So your purpose, your vision, your convictions, and the gap in the market. And the gap in the market, we spoke about it a little bit earlier when we spoke about what the prospects want and what they are looking for. So in order for your marketing message to stand out, all these 4 components need to mesh well together. And if it does not mesh well, there is a misalignment, and then that's where you find that your message is not sticking, that people are not really understanding what you are about, they don't understand who you are for, your content falls flat, and everything else doesn't seem to work. You will try to get leads, you'll be like, oh, I have a lead generation problem. You will think that the reason why you are not getting clients is because you have a lead gen problem, or that you are not getting enough you are not talking to enough people, so you're trying to get more appointment setters to book calls for you. But if your marketing message essentially is not clear, even if you get 1,000 leads per day, or you get 40 booked calls per day, you will not get clients. Because what makes you stand up online as a thought leader is the same thing that makes people buy. And that is what you are about, your marketing message. Your marketing message essentially gets people to raise their hands, to want to speak to you, to want to know what you're about, to understand what if you could help them. And I know that a lot of people feel like, oh, I don't really like selling too much in my content. I don't really like doing this and I don't like taking calls, this and that. But your business is about selling. And if you're not selling, madam, sir, you have an expensive hobby. So you want to tweak the thing so that it becomes potent to get people to raise their hands to actually want to speak to you. So, on this note, hope this was insightful. And if you would like to know how to tweak and craft a marketing message that is potent, that stands out, and actually attracts premium clients, you should then go ahead and book a consultation. It's complimentary, essentially free, and it's no commitment for you. And on that call, we will go through what you have to do to actually tweak your message and how we could possibly be of service to you. I don't know. Thank you for watching this when you watch. If you're listening to it on the podcast, because this is going to make it to the podcast because I own this one. Let me know. What did you think? Like, did that make sense? Do you recognize yourself in this? Are you struggling with this current situation where you feel like your message is not hitting and your content is falling flat? If you are, reach out to me via IG, via Facebook, or via an email or book a consultation, and we will take it from there. On this note, have a beautiful rest of your a beautiful evening. Enjoy your evening. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you when I see you. And yeah, thank you so much, and bye bye.